At the Team Automotive Group, we make it easy for you to buy here or sell here. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here while your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been, and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here at the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here. Welcome to it, huh? Right back at it?
Yes, we are.
Hopefully it didn't go too far, because neither did we. Right down the hall to a whole nother studio, all lit up and waiting. And it's ready to tell you more about the rain that's coming. It's actually here.
Yes, so we normally show you Sky 9 camera, but you can normally see it's not as foggy, it's not as gloomy and dark. That's because we've got some cloud cover, we've got rain showers moving through our viewing area this morning. How about we get Wretched Steve Caparata to talk about how long this is going to impact us and to talk timing on another round of storms. Steve, it's going to be a wet Friday.
It is, Liz, no doubt about it. Rains are going to be pretty steady throughout the morning. Here's a look at it. And boy, they've been moving east rather slowly this morning. I mentioned a few minutes ago on 9 News this morning, when we started our show at 4:30, the rains weren't that much west of Baton Rouge. And now 2.5 hours later, they're just a little bit, the leading edge is just a little bit east, slowly making its way into Livingston, St. Helena parishes down towards Ascension. But Baton Rouge westward, moderate rains, even a few pops of lightning showing up near north of New Iberia. Temperature-wise, mid-60s to around 70 degrees right now. Baton Rouge 66, Gonzales 68. With the rains I expect, these temperatures probably not going to budge a whole lot through the morning hours. So here's a look at future radar. 9 o'clock, still showing widespread rains, although near and east of I-55, not as much. It continues eastward through the morning. Lunchtime, still looking at good rain chances. Generally speaking, rains will be a little bit heavier south of I-10, lighter the farther inland you go. And as we get into the afternoon, that wave moves eastward. We get a bit of a lull mid to late afternoon. This is 3 o'clock. Might even squeeze out sunshine for a couple of hours, but we're not done. This was what Liz kind of getting at. Another line of showers and storms developing this evening and tonight. That's 7 o'clock in advance of a cold front. Now the HRRR brings it south and then weakens it a bit. We'll have to keep an eye on that. This is approaching midnight, though, and as that front makes its way through, rain should end shortly after midnight. Watch this time lapse I captured a little while ago from our Sky 9 camera on top of the Our Lady of the Lake facility in Livingston. Look at this leading edge of the clouds moving in. Some turbulent skies. Looks like there's a little bit of a gust front that was along the leading edge of this rainfall that was moving on through. And you can see some of the overturning clouds there in the skies. So that was the leading edge. You see the trees kind of rustling in that breeze as well as the rain started to move on in. But again, they've been making slow eastward progress through the morning. Now, not really worried about severe weather through the morning hours, but with that second round tonight, can't rule out a couple of strong storms. So we have a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe weather. The Weather Prediction Center lowered rain amounts coming into today, showing a ½ inch to an inch on average. But I mentioned through 9 News this morning, many of you, at least some of you, are probably going to end up over an inch of rainfall. Already 0.6 of an inch of rain here at WAFB through 7 a.m. with still more to come this morning and again potentially this evening and tonight. So temperatures stuck in the 60s probably through much of the morning. I've got highs mid to maybe upper 70s by late afternoon as we maybe even squeeze out a little bit of sunshine for a while. We will see sunshine tomorrow, much nicer on Saturday. That's the good news. By the time you wake up, rains are gone. Tomorrow's high 79, sunshine through the day. Sunday, see some clouds return, but I'll keep it dry. Mid 50s in the morning, mid to upper 70s in the afternoon. Still looking nice Monday. And then the mid part next week, we start to get some rain moving back in. Still some uncertainty on timing. We'll fine tune that as it gets closer. Otherwise, temperatures running pretty close to normal right on through the duration of our 10-day forecast. 7:06 now with a check on traffic for you. Here's Johnny Asian.
Thank you, Steve. And another reminder, when you're driving in rain, especially when it's really, really heavy, which is not right now the case there, if it's really heavy, people have a tendency to turn on their emergency flashers. Don't do that when you're moving. That's reserved for when you're parked on the side of the road only. So don't have your emergency flashers on if you're driving in rain conditions or any conditions at all. There's the 1012 merge and College Drive right before College on the right side of the interstate. We still have a little issue there. Bridge traffic is looking pretty good this morning. Slow inbound and outbound on the Port Allen side. We take our map and take you right on down toward the 1012 merge. I-10 starting to get slow from right about Essen to College, and then we go down to our interactive map and our 3D image of the city right past Acadian Thruway, and we zoom out a little bit, and traffic is moving, albeit a little bit slow there. And we have some slow moving traffic on LA1 northbound. No wreck associated with that. We'll just have some slow moving traffic coming to the Baton Rouge area out of Bruley into Port Allen and then up onto the bridge. 7:07, we're going to recap this morning's headlines for you. Take you back to Matt and Liz for that.
Johnny, thank you. Busy morning.
Yeah, very busy morning, and weather's going to be the headline, right? But at this time yesterday morning, this was the headline, and there's an update actually this morning. A deadly shooting in Baton Rouge, the victim now identified.
We know that victim to be 19-year-old Kevin Dunn. Baton Rouge police letting us know right around midnight that that is the person involved in that deadly shooting. Matt, it's hard to believe. Literally 24 hours ago from 9 News Now, we showed you a live look of a school bus passing through as a coroner's van was pulling up to the scene as Baton Rouge police investigators were still putting down markers, kind of assessing the situation. So them, again, letting us know at midnight, 19-year-old Kevin Dunn is the victim in the situation. We still don't know who the shooter is. We don't know what the motive is, but this happened at a time where in a residential area where kids are starting to get to school, where people are starting their days, so there's still a lot of questions to be answered here.
Do you have those answers? There's a great resource that you can dial up to actually give that information anonymously. It's Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP, so if you can make that call, that'd be great. But to your point, Liz, it was a very difficult juxtaposition to see when you saw school bus and school kids and then crime tape in a coroner's van, and you knew what that meant. You knew what they were seeing. You knew what that reality was for those kids in that neighborhood waking up like that. But in the now, at least what we can do is help get this investigation going forward. So it's going to be Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP.
Okay.
From that to this. Okay, so shifting gears quite literally here. Shift your way over to a early voting. I actually have not early voted yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try and get it done tomorrow. 2 days left, today and tomorrow.
Take advantage of these opportunities. This week has been kind of crazy for a number of reasons, right? Everyone has their own life, but if you can, squeeze out some time tomorrow. Again, it is a lot easier to go vote for an election in the early voting period because a lot of people end up showing up on election day, which is April 29th. That's next Saturday. But you have today and tomorrow. Polls are going to open at about 8:30. They're going to stay open until 6 p.m. today and tomorrow. Again, EBR area, 19th JDC voting on a new judge. So we've got some pivotal elections that you want to pay attention to ahead of April 29th.
And Liz just mentioned EBR. Obviously, when you go around the viewing area, depending on your ballot, you got different issues that you're going to be voting on. You can figure out what's on your ballot. You know the ways to do that. You can hit, you can jump online. Go Vote app can show you that. Obviously, you can show you where you can be early voting as well through that. But you've got that, again, early voting today and tomorrow.
Yes.
Your Tuesday deadline for voting absentee, that has to be requested by 4:30. That's this coming Tuesday. And then next Friday, so a week from now, next Friday, by 4:30, that absentee ballot has to be back in, and then after that, it's election day.
We will keep reminding you, but again, start planning to have these plans in motion to early vote or request that absentee ballot.
Okay, so a lot of things going on here. This going on as well.
Yes.
COVID-19 vaccine booster events for seniors. It is just making sure that those perhaps most vulnerable have what they need to be protected.
100 black men of Metro Baton Rouge teaming up with a number of local nonprofits, local health leaders, and organizations to host a community vaccine clinic event. And this is specifically for the booster shots, right? So regardless of whether you got the 2-dose vaccine early on or you got 1 booster and you didn't get the second, this is for seniors mostly, and they're asking you to come out tomorrow with an appointment to Glory Land Baptist Church.
All the information waiting for you right here in this story. It's going to be one of the top stories you find if you hit WAFB.com, because we know how important this is to a lot of folks. You can find out, to Liz's point, where it is, when it is, who can be seen at this event. But again, it really is just making sure that those who are potentially most at risk have the best advice and the best plan in place to keep them safe.
Free vaccines.
Exactly right.
Take advantage of it.
All right, so all that's going on. This is going on as well. It is festival season in South Louisiana, right? Blues Fest is back in Baton Rouge. It's going on tonight with a shift perhaps?
They have backup plans in
They
place.
do.
So you're probably thinking, well, Blues Fest is always downtown, Roar Plaza, but it's going to be raining.
Yeah.
They have tents. They have alternative plans. They've rented out hotel ballrooms to make sure you can still enjoy the jazz and the blues that we love here in our part of the world. Callie Hubbard was live with the festival organizers today talking about those backup plans, talking about some ways to get to the festival, including biking. For people who don't like to park and drive around to look for parking. Always a good opportunity to get your steps in, get your pedals in, your revolutions in. Yeah.
And then when you get down there, you can get your steps in while you're dancing. But it's not just the blues festival, right? That's kind of shifting your music plans.
Right.
You want to make sure you get your groove on. So this is as well, live after 5, pulling the decision kind of early here, making the decision early yesterday to say, you know what, we're not going to wait till the last minute to see what may or may not happen. Let's make it easy on everybody. This is the reality. They are also moving their concert indoor. Same spot. It's going to be live after 5, then Blues Fest. So that's literally all you got to do. Just make your way downtown, jump inside, and from live after 5 to Blues Fest, you got it covered.
Hilton Center, downtown, easy way. So whether you bike and you like biking in the rain, some people are romantics and they like to do that. Make your way to the Hilton downtown. Live music is still going to happen.
So they're changing all that because of the weather. And we have seen that weather kind of roll in. In fact, right now, when you go outside, this is what you're going to be driving through. Perhaps this is our Titan 9 making its way through parts of
Government Street.
Area.
That's Government in Eugene. So Baton Rouge High is on the right there.
That's exactly. I know that very well.
Yeah.
This is live in the moment. This is not video. This is literally, if you're watching live with us, just past the 7 o'clock hour, this is just past the 7 o'clock hour. So you can see it's not overpowering rain, right? But it's going to be something that's just going to grab your attention.
It certainly is. So if you've got those plans for tonight throughout the day and you're trying to think, what do I need to wear? What do I need to dress for? Make sure you maybe put on some rain boots, grab that umbrella, grab that rain jacket. Today's just going to be overall pretty soggy.
It is. And so one of the best tools you have, obviously, is something like this. We have all the information you need, WAFB.com, the 9 News app, the power in the palm of your hands. Of course, Dr. Steve updates all that stuff for everybody every single morning.
During the morning show, Steve, we heard you recording the update to put in the app for people to wake up to and listen to that video update. I find it to be really helpful.
No, WAP is what I do to Johnny when he,
also true.
Behave.
Whatever it takes.
But yeah, no, we posted an update to the app this morning, kind of walks you through what to expect today. It's going to be rain through the morning hours and then a line moving in this evening tonight. That was on that snapshot that's behind you guys.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
Lightning has been detected in your area.
I tell you, my dog, Bo, does not like Jay's voice. I tell you what, every time that thing goes off, he said, ooh, a storm's coming. I don't like it.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to help get Bo through the morning and the rest of the day, and everybody else out there, we're going to join you here in about, what, 5, 6, 7 minutes on WAFB? Poor Bo.